Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Welcome once again. So a few days ago, some of the youths of the Yoruba nation went to the palace of the Ooni of Ife, and what they met there was not something to write home about. People have been commenting, people have been coming on social media and saying that what the Ooni of Ife did wasn't supposed to, you shouldn't be the one doing that thing, that it doesn't make sense. So before we dive into the full details of this, of the reactions of people towards what the Ooni of Ife did, for those joining us for the first time, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like this video channel. And for those who have not subscribed, click on the red button, subscribe to get more of this exciting news. Now the details of the news. So when the youths went to the palace of the Ooni of Ife, they did a live video and they were talking, lamenting all their requests, were pouring them out, their petitions were pouring them out in the palace. And then somebody came out and said that, sorry, we understand that it's a matter of emergency, and we understand that it's your right for you to come to the palace to, lay down your petitions, but the king is not around and he will not be, And then the person said that he should have booked an appointment with the king now, so that he's going to give you like a 1 month notice to come. Can you imagine? When I heard that, I was like, wow, with everything going on in Yoruba land now, with the killings, with the suffering, it's asking them like they should be given 1 month notice. People have been coming out. People are really angry at what the Ooni of Ife did. He has been doing a lot of things, how with his wives, the lifestyle he has been living. People have not been complaining, but what he did, although he was not around, but how they treated those youths that came to the palace, what happened there was not. People didn't take it lightly. People have been coming online to speak against it. So a woman came out and said, she was complaining bitterly, almost crying. She said, Ooni of Ife, Ojaja too, your children came to meet you crying. But instead of you to help them, you chased them out like mad dogs. You sent your security personnel, to send them out of your palace, like as if they are thieves, as if they came to beg for food. They only came to ask you to help them leave this suffering, this killing, this kidnappings. But no, they were sent out disgracefully. She was almost crying on this. She said the Ooni of Ife was supposed to use love to welcome those people, but no. Only God knows if it was, because they said he's not around. That's why they should come back. Are we sure he's not around? Because that was how he did for Naomi. They were in the same palace, but Naomi would be calling her husband, her ex-husband. He would not pick up. For a man that cannot treat his wives very well, how is he supposed to treat the people, his people? How is he going to treat them? People that are not his blood. How? The way he treats his wife is nothing to write him about. So how will he treat people that are not his blood? It will not happen now. The woman said that the Ooni of Ife is helping others, people that are not his people. But to help his people is wahala. That when his people cry out, he will keep quiet, fold his hands and be looking. Is it that they are bribing him? She said, our mothers are suffering. Our children are suffering. Some are out of school. They can't attend private universities like all those Obas and, all those Obas. Their children are outside, abroad, studying in private universities. They don't have strike, right? But now their children are at home. They don't do anything. And even if they finish university, there's no jobs. How would they feel? How would they feed? Their mothers, they don't even have shops. They stay outside on the road selling to feed their children. She said the Yorubas have suffered long enough. And that was the reason why they came to the palace, to appeal to their king, to their father, to help them out of the situation, out of the dilemma. But no, he sent them out. She said the Ooni of Ife doesn't love his people. He doesn't love them at all. They've been crying out for how many years now, and he has been quiet about it. He has been supporting the other people, but he has not been supporting them. Ever since the Yoruba nation has started, the agitation for Yoruba nation has started, he has not been concerned at all. He just fold his hands and be in his palace, marrying different wives almost every week. So the question is the Ooni of Ife jealous of Professor Banji Akintoye, or is the Ooni of Ife jealous of Chief Sunday Igboho Adeyemo? Because I don't get it. This is the question that the woman asked. She said, normally a king doesn't go out. Like, people don't see his face. He doesn't really go out. That his people come to him, bring their petitions before him, come and ask for help. He judges cases. But the Ooni of Ife goes to meet those people that are putting his people in bondage. She said almost every time he goes to Abuja, and if you see how he's behaving, he will be like almost putting himself on the floor because of God knows how much they are paying him. He's going to be in his palace and think of how he's going to help the people of his people. He's going to Abuja. What is he going there to do? She said, Obas now, the Obas, our kings now in Yoruba land, they are behaving like politicians. And they don't become king to, to help the people, to help them lighten their burden, to provide for them. No, they become king because of money. Because, government now pays kings now. Same thing as politicians. There's no difference between them. Politicians get into power because they are paid millions almost every month. Go there to enrich themselves, enrich their pockets. That the Obas now, they are not becoming like them. She said that these Obas have been complaining that the youth are disrespecting them. Why would they be speaking ill about the elders, about their elders? But why would they not speak bad about their elders when their elders are starting misbehaving? When elders now collect bribe to counter justice, how would they not insult them? Why? The Obas have been starving their people. They have been starving them. They've destroyed them and the lives of their girls. They collect money from the same government who their people are complaining about. Collect money from them. They get paid on the ground. And they come out and be like, they don't love the people at all. She's mentioned that when there's hunger in the land, there will be insecurity. When the people are hungry, they will begin to steal, begin to go into fraudulent activities. Yes. Any person, they will not allow hunger to kill them now. They will go and still start robbing, start kidnapping. And the Obas have been quiet about this. If you provide job opportunities for these people, for these youth, they would not steal. And then she asked the last question. She said, why is it that these Obas, they want the Yorubas to remain in slavery? Because it's very apparent that the Yorubas are not supporting the Yoruba nation. They want to continue collecting the money that the government is paying them. Why do they want to still keep the Yoruba people in slavery, in poverty? Is it because they are enjoying? They have maximum security. Their children are not being kidnapped. They are not hungry. That is why they still want the Yorubas to remain in this place. What is your take on this? What do you feel about what this woman has mentioned? It's very sad that the people who call our leaders, the Obas, we said, okay, the politicians, let's leave them. Let's go and meet our Obas. But it seems as if the Obas are not copying the politicians. What is your take on this? Let me hear this in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening. God bless.